have ad control. Let's not. There. What's up? Posting around, letting people know you're live. Boom. All right. That's up. That's up. What's up, Scott? What's up, Terror Industry? Today, our focus getting real sound design done. Ooh. Yeah, what I'd like to do, make things look pretty good. All right, sweet. Now, pop open Weird Science. Let's make some magic. What's up? Copy modify. Where did we leave off? We were fiddling around with a bunch of presets, kind of getting started with Weird Science, making it sound cool. Yeah, I think that's going to be a nice little hook. We were kind of fiddling with some stuff. Tonight is going to be all about the bass. That bass, that bass. All about that bass. I am going to just start from scratch because I feel like it. I'll make something extra fun and swarm. All right. Let's get some filter action on this. Or do I just split the signals first? Hmm. Well, appreciate stopping by for the hello. And Uppy, you want me to split it first? Okay, let's split it first. Nah, that's probably better too. It gives you better control. Let's see. How did I do it before? With the mixer, wasn't it? high pass into this, then a mixer. All right. Can I copy a mixer from another section? I can't. All right, filter. We'll do low pass, not a ladder. We need regular EQ. There we go. Low pass to mixer, filter, high pass. Oh, we could just have a forced notch right away. Actually, be what genre am I going for? I think this one's gonna be drum and bass. Just kind of listening to the original kind of harmony melody thing that I had. Like at its original tempo, it was somewhere around here. So to slow it down a little bit to bring it to tempo. And then if that I already started playing with like a pad idea to give it kind of that neurofunk, really upsetting style. And we'll start coming in with something. And just kind of go into it from there. And I think, honestly, keeping the original 808 hat. Like, I think there's something to it here. We just need to, today is all about making some bass design. Because I want it, if I'm going to go neurofunk, I really need a solid just foundation for the Reese. And that's what today's. We're going to make this gnarly as best as I can. I'm using Polygrid because I want to. All right, I probably should have these split at the same frequency. So, or we make it a band pass. Yeah, well, how do I do that? End up doing a sum, right? Isn't a clean U break in here. Okay. Yeah, because they have a band pass, but it's not clean. And I would rather make a clean band pass. So, yeah, you'd have to do mixer into mixer. Okay, we're going to have 3 bands. We're going to have low, we're going to have high. Okay. Can I rename any of them? Name this. No, that's fine. Everything's fine. No. Want. Right? Yeah, because you're going to have the kind of inverse. Right. Math. That's how math works. Hey, Cuppy. Woo! You officially are the first super chat person. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, and you're welcome. I'm glad you like the music. That's awesome. Thank you for being one of my biggest music expos, Cuppy. Thank you, Cuppy. I will try not to disappoint you today. Oh, your Reese sucks. All right. So if I've got a high pass here, we want to low pass it there. Come on. 562. And then we'll high pass it at 177. I should have done this in phase plant. I want to be a cool boy. I want it to be cool and different. I'm cool. Right, guys? Oh, well, that's going to do me no favors. You have to. Oh, I have to do it in serial. I'm an idiot. Who's an idiot? Devin's an idiot. Right? Solo. Oh. There we go. Chat is super delayed. There is not really anything I can do about that. I can try to put it to ultra low latency, but the video quality is going to go down the crapper. I think it's at least 60 seconds. I promise I'm looking at chat. I promise I'm, trying to keep up with things. All right, well, we definitely want to notch it some. Let's... So if we're going to sum it at the end and have that. So... a little phase distortion. Let's throw a little distortion on this. Play with different. Make this crispy. A little too crispy. I don't know if I actually want to modify that. Nope. Definitely want to filter the. Hard clip. Might be better with the soft clip. Bad Science. It's a good title. I actually like that. Because we've already got we got Weird Science from the soundtrack. We have Bad Science from last year. Bad Science would just be like the continuation with the naming scheme. I like that. Shaper. Wavefold. Oh, it's gonna be nice and pinched. Alright, we definitely need some glide. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Alright, so just like a classic. Bass doesn't really need a lot. It's gonna get smushed together at the end anyway. Digging this. What I might dig a little bit more is introducing some white noise. Why don't we go sample it? They have a noise patch in here? They do, and I forget why I didn't like it. Because it's, well, it's stereo, so it should be okay. Let's insert a mixer. Let's go for you, because I'm going to use only pops. It's crispy, and I don't really have a way to pitch it. Because, I mean, white noise is just white noise, but... Pop out. There we go. That's easier. Cuppy, have you ever tried out FL Studio before? Yes, a long time ago. That's why I didn't like that white noise. It's because it doesn't really bend pitch, use key tracking, so it's kind of useless. I used FL Studio before. I used it when I was a lot younger. Had I known more then, I probably wouldn't have changed softwares so many times. But I got bored, so I just kind of switched from thing to thing to thing, trying to get better at like making stuff. And I was chasing the dragon. I was thinking that like new software would make me a better producer when I was in high school, not learning how to be a better producer. Oops. But it's good. Good stuff. I think people definitely make good shit with it. Some of the best producers I know are using it right now. Like Space Laces uses it and a bunch of others. I mean, you see them on YouTube all the time. Bro, the pumpkin heater. See you in 5 minutes when you read this. Yeah, sorry. Delays are gonna happen. I have good internet. I don't know how to improve the speed without sacrificing the quality. I don't need the video getting glitchy, so we just kind of got a delayed chat. But we make do. Rad Science is another cool title. I'll give you that. That's another good one. Honestly, the only reason I don't switch to FL Studio now, I really like Bitwig's modulation section, so I'm able to add modulators into the whole thing. Here, actually, you should see the main screen. There we go. So when you're looking at these modulation sections, it's really nice because I can go create an LFO and then pair that LFO to another piece of the software. So here, let me just do a quick example. Exactly what I would be doing with it in like 15 minutes. For a ladder filter, it's like, hey, I want the LFO, the beat LFO to trigger. Yeah, we'll use segments. Better. Boom. That's Froggy. Somebody might like that. No, thank you. That's a little too farty and froggy for me. I mean, if you want a meme drop, you could just do that. But yeah, so Bitwig's got the modulators feature that I like a lot. It's a lot like Ableton. You have like a pseudo clip view and an arrangement view, which is nice to use. Yeah, I don't see myself jumping back to FL, and it works in Linux, so I get to do all my Linux stuff that I like. I tried installing it using Wine. at least the demo, it didn't work, and I couldn't really play around with FL again to figure out if I wanted to keep it. All right. So you definitely need MB Smasher. It's a little crispy. Let's see if we can piece something together. And I think that to kind of make the remix tie itself together, I want this to be a callback element. So bump. Same thing, it'll just repeat. You know what? I will cheat, like a quarter note drop. Maybe not. All right, and we need. Oh, I did not copy over my preset. Let's open up something quick. I have a nice little sidechain ducker that I made that I don't want to. I don't want to have to remake it because it's already made and it works. So, question is, does it actually just? Whoops. There we go. Let's group. You're going to be our first based subchannel. Group. This organization is key. We will call this Reese. I don't really know how Reese is supposed to be still spelled. If somebody wants to correct me, fuck off. All right. Dang. How was this captured? Oh, crud. Well, hang on a minute. It should just be the MIDI CC. I copied this over from the same session. Did I add a trigger chain? No. kick synth, kick snare, or synth snare. Both of them just have chains. So, chat science. Boo. Bro. Chad science. Ugh. Okay, I kind of like that now. Bastard. Receive on C7. What the hell did... okay, now I gotta look at what I... Why are you not paired up? That doesn't broadcast on special channel, as far as I remember. Hit the trigger. Okay. Oh, this is what I get for not memorizing what I did before. Controller CC75. All right, I gotta activate this. We gotta open up another session. Hold up. Based science. All right, I'll take based science. At least that's better. Oh, did I set some? No, I didn't use any of the MIDI channels. It's all channel 1. Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. Oh yeah, this will be another project I'll be working on another stream. MIDI CC 75 and 70. Where did I dictated that somewhere. What have I done? I'm a total idiot, and now I'm gonna be upset. Okay, I used MIDI CC. I have to be taking it from the channel it's coming from, but I don't have any weird routing out. It's just looking across all channels. Chain's empty. I didn't put a MIDI receiver outbound, at least not that I could tell. No. Oh, yeah. Ooh, what did I do? You fool. What did you do, Devin? You do? Oh. Okay. I was using this to trigger the MIDI out, and then that was triggered. Okay. Devin's just a moron and forgot his own stuff. Yeah, because this is kind of fun. I send MIDI routings to trigger a ducker, and then the ducker just kind of pushes a fixed amount of sound downwards. It's nice for sidechaining, so I don't have to work that hard. The trick is, yeah, and then these are both. Yep, done. Okay. Problem, yeah, no, we don't need to save that. I will go back to that project, yet to be named, at a later date. Deal with it. Okay. Okay. Activating audio engine, yada yada. Weird science. You two. 3. Why? Uh-oh. This is taking too long. Oh, yeah. That froze. No. I think I just deleted my respace. Yep. Well, at least that was a simple one. What about Shatterdome VIP? Honestly, no. And the only thing, I couldn't think of what I would do differently for that to make it better or to make it different. Like it was going to be mostly the same as what it was because it already had electro. It already had a drum and bass breakdown. Couldn't really do anything new. Are you able to just do it the dumb way and route every instrument besides the drums to the sidechain mix or something like that? Yes. And that's sort of what I do. I use the ducker on individual group buses and then I adjust the amount. It keeps it a little cleaner than sidechaining because sidechain audio fluctuates and I don't really need it to be that precise. I just need the whole signal smashed down and then brought back up. And I like having it in different places, so it's not a problem. Oh, you know what? I bet you this already has the ducker in it. Yep, I could have just copied it from here. All of that to mess everything up. That's fine. Everything's fine. I'm gonna start fresh with a faceplant because I think I can work a little bit faster in faceplant too. So do that. Group. Rename basic. Shatterdome's fun. Honestly, I like that track, but yeah, it's just like I don't have anything new to add to it. And this, I at least have something that's maybe not new, but there's a bit more room to work. I have ideas for this. Shatterdome already has 2 remixes in it. It's got an electro version and a drum bass version. There's nowhere to go. Okay. Ducker here. The only difference is this doesn't have the control point. So we still need to get here. This is what I get for not using one of my preset sessions. It's just for workflow. It makes my life easier. Pizza VIP. Lol. We need add kick chain. Hey, Ryu Uto. I've never actually learned how to say your name. Or your tag, anyway. Well, welcome. Hello. Have I seen Camelia's facepaint pack? No, I have not. Honestly, I've only really used, like, I get the, I pay for their subscription service, so I get all of their stuff. And it's nice to see how some people do things differently. But almost every time I feel like I do better not using one of their presets. Like last week or Tuesday, I was using presets to just get some stuff on the table and be like, blah, ideas. But I always feel like I do way better once I sit down and say, okay, time to do it myself. So, because I could go in here, right? The Black Sun Empire stuff is awesome. I think it is transmit. Yeah, and you can just go in here and be like, yeah. And it rules, because it's Black Sun Empire, and they know what they've been doing forever. But then I kind of, it's like, all right, well, I just used their stuff to make something. I'm not against presets. It's good for idea generation, but nailing it down yourself, that's where it gets, like, good. All Let's clear this out. New. All right, and since I can actually control you, we're going to filter. Now we'll filter out at the end. So pops will be lane 1 into lane 2, summit lane 3. I gotta blow up my chat some. I cannot. I'm blind, Baxter. Don't you see? There we go. Oh, that is easy. Can you make music with 2 forks? Don't put them in timeout. Can you make music with 2 forks? You can. I don't really have any forks on me. I'd have to get up and go get some. But it would just be percussive element. Rattle them around. Right, you can make sounds with it. I mean, all sorts of sound design shit you can just make with anything. You don't have to make it like that, but... Alright, back to making you legato. Alright, throw filter. A meltdown would be okay. Meltdown is a case in point of like the preset problem. Meltdown is like 3 serum presets that I was playing with right when I bought the synth. It's like, oh, serum makes me sound like Noisia. Cool. And then I was playing with all the presets and then I learned how it worked and kept moving. Meltdown was sick, but I don't really know what to do new to it because it's just 3 different presets. I could do a remake, but remakes are kind of dumb. I don't know. That'd be a tough one. Again, here, at least I have some musical element that I can transform and change. As it comes, it's got this, again. Bum, 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 bum. All right, before I lose anything again, I'm going to save. You have this nice carryover element that you can really play with. And then you have the alternate. Not a bad idea. Let's give. All right, you need some juice. So we need. You need to be branched out. So we need a group. Noise. Envelope generator. Yeah, give it some stereo. Make it crispy. All right. Do we make it a square though? Let's listen. Ah, sawtooth. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Let's notch it. Let's do the cheat notch, big old snappy thing at the end. Slope here. Don't lag out on me. That's the problem with wine, man. Sometimes it flips out and doesn't like what you're. This is another reason I want to get better with polygrid, because I want to lean away from phase plant. It gets me stuck in here, and I could be doing more directly in my what I'm working with. By the way, I don't know if you can tell, but my glistening skin, it is fucking hot in my. I got way too many computers going on. I got my office stuff over there. I got my server over there. I got my main computer over there. I'm wearing pants and it's not cold enough outside. A fool. It lags. Okay. I'm going to recreate that filter in polygrid. Screw it. We're gonna use the Neuro starter. I'm gonna figure out how that filter is going. Big steep peaks. So if I can do it in poly. But we want some glide. Oh, it's just my home server. It's not anything fancy. It's where I store projects and other stuff. It's just a NAS. It's really nothing exciting. That's the trick. If you do the filter right, you can glide with it and then have it work with the key tracking, and then it'll sweep. Okay, polygrid. What are we going to do? I probably need high pass, low pass. High. How the hell do I make a notch in here? Well, okay, there is a notch filter option, but it doesn't have such an aggressive peak. All right, we need to do some segments now. Need it to loop. Looping one. Have it loop. Okay, the whole thing's a bar. Things are working out. And for you, Okay, have another one. You'll be different, and you'll be on the low pass. Yeah. And then this. All right, what's our cutoff? Our spread. It's pretty flooded. All right, let's layer that up with a sub. I have a cheat sub, which I sir. Paste it. Paste? Delete it? Perfect. Perfect. Okay, rename Reese. I still can't spell Reese. Out of beverage, but I don't want to get up. Oh well. Wait, where's the one I was just working on? Am I crazy? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm like, this is a problem about that. I want to see more on the screen, but the text is so damn small. If you can't tell, I'm wearing these for a reason. Becoming an old man, I can't fucking see. You don't need to see to make music, bro. You do when you use a computer to do it. Jerk. Alright, and then this needs to just receive on. Need to do is this is a subgroup. Group. Rename. Probably reason. There will be more. You need to receive from. You need to shave off some of the end here. We'll do Pro Q3. No, because I need to save overhead. EQ plus, roll off at aggressive high cut. No, go away. Then we can squarify you. Play it. That annoys me. All right, we need to key track. Higher the key, lower the volume. Something I can do later, but I need to do it. All right. Let's. That's interesting. Why are you peaking here? Oh. Is it because there's a ceiling here? Yeah, it's at -5. Well, hang on a darn minute. That sub should be peaking at 0. Don't have anything influencing it here. Set to -3, which is what I want. Right? And then it's getting squashed by the limiter? Shouldn't be. You are going to annoy me too. Unreliable narrator. Oh. Ah. Fill the screen. Button for that. There it is. First off, it's G sharp. Or no, it's F sharp. Should be seeing a peak there. Why? Why do you do this to me? Okay, bring it out. Bring it out of bring it out of all the groups. Let's turn off this. All ins. Peaking at 0. Okay. Drop to 3. Okay, that's closer to -3. Why, when it's grouped? Well, that's a little annoying. I will have to address that later. Hmm. Weird. I heard a thing that wasn't there, just the voices in my head. I think it just needs to notch some more. So let's introduce some funkiness in the middle. Probably do it because with the low end, right? That is sick as hell. Okay, hang on a second. It is not an almond snare in particular. It is a combination of a couple things. So for me, I use the sampler Superior Drummer 3 for an organic snare sample. Solo this quick. So it's comprised of the snare from SD3. So it'll be right, nice and tight. Cutoff's really quick, or the decay is pretty short. And then I have a snare synth component, which is just a transient up here and a noise component. That gives you that body, that snap, everything you need. And I can adjust the pitch on it. It's pretty clean. Smash the two of those together with some light EQ, or actually some really heavy EQ. Cut out all the low end that I don't need. Then cuts through the mix pretty nicely. Shoot, I think I need a saturator on this. Saturn. And let's extend this out to 2 bars. Really like that. Okay, we got something that can be kind of long and drawn out. Maybe like shake the room. Super gonna have to duck that sub. So you're gonna need your own ducker. Why I usually separate my subs and tops. That group subs. Lazy, and I don't want to use one sub for everything. There we go. It's just nice. Do. I can dig it. Oops. Let's hear it. There's your looping point. All right, what's the groove? Let that just play out. All right, so now for all right, let's mute these. Let's do some Oh, let's not do that. I lied. I'm not ready to do that yet. I changed my mind. Scared. All right. Yeah. Hmm. Nope. Oh, I had a recent here that was like half decent. Or maybe I didn't. I just made it up in my head. Don't click on the wrong things. I'm clicking on the right things. Mhm. Oh, I don't want to. Can I consolidate individual? I don't think that's an option. Annoying. But not unreasonable. J. Shortcuts. Here we go. J-Bot. Hey, Locknar, what's your favorite MPN song? Mine is Blood Sun and Good Kill A. Good choices. Do I have a favorite? I think I've answered this before. I am probably partial to Funky Punch. I think that one was really fun early on because I was trying something very different. And I don't normally go for kind of like that. I do like trip hop. I have played with trip hop a lot, but that's not like my main thing. But I like that song. It was fun. It was during a time that there was low pressure and I was just kind of being creative without worrying about what people thought. Probably my favorite though in the end is Enter the Nexus. And it's kind of the it came full circle thing. I ended up wanting to make a boss theme, and that ended up turning into Linebreaker that I released on my own later. I wanted to go back and revisit the theme that I made for the main menu, which was supposed to be something that we were going to sprinkle in throughout the game, but it just never happened. So it kind of just became the main menu music. But I thought it was a good theme anyway, and I figured, tie in the final boss, try to give it an amped up version. And I think I delivered. It was very poppy and very fun. I might revisit that one day for a VIP. I don't think it deserves a full remix treatment because I think it works really well. I think if I was to make a club version, it would just pull back on a lot of the melody elements and let like bass tones carry forward and then sprinkle that in here or there. Make it more clubby. And then that be the club VIP of Enter the Nexus, and then I'd play it. But definitely partial to that. Rock and Loaded is a great song. I think I wrote that very much trying to copy The Prodigy, and I felt like the assignment was achieved. I was very happy with that. It was my take on what I've figured like an Invaders Must Die kind of thing would feel like. I had a lot of fun writing that. And that wasn't even for MPN. That was just something I wrote, released, and then because it was available, I'm like, hey, this would fit really good in the soundtrack. So I gave it to them for that. Good Kill A and B were fun. I think those were fun trip hop things. All the trip hop stuff was fun to do. It was all different, right? Tell you which ones I don't like. That's not fair. I love all my children equally. No, I don't. I'll tell you, so anything that was done as a joke it's like it was just a joke. They were like joke songs. So I don't really love them, and I think it kind of is a little salt in the woundy when they are also more popular. Deputized was a meme. It was a fun song. It was not supposed to be the #1 song on Spotify. It was supposed to be like a fun, goofy song for the sheriff. Oh, it's got country, twangy guitars and crap that I threw in it. But more than that, Cheesy Jim is not a real song. Cheesy Jim is 5 samples from a sample pack I grabbed because they needed something for the radio that played in the background. So I did that, and then I filtered it, and I made the filtered loop for the radio. And then they're like, oh, well, why don't you make like a full version, because then we can make it for like a fun boss room. I'm like, okay. And I literally just turned off the filter, made the loops longer, and farted that out in a day. So Cheesy Jim, not a real song. It's a meme. Okay, those would be like the only 2 that I didn't like. Dead Drop is good. Fuzzy Cur, yep. Dead Drop is good. Dead Drop was fun. Kind of the same thing here, where I was playing with a lot of like ethereal, reverby elements and then dropping into something with a little bit more grit without fully committing to something like punching you in the head music-wise. It's still pretty chaotic and crazy, but not too terribly over the top. So Goofy, Meistermaster favorites are Shatterdome and Meltdown. Good picks. Meltdown was really fun because I was just playing with presets and made something really quickly, and I just really liked it. And then making a breaks version and a drum and bass version was super fun to do. And Shatterdome was fun. I did that a long time ago. I was kind of picking up the Locknar brand because I was switching off of my old name. I was taking a break from that, doing a new project and kind of changing everything up. And there I found that, yeah, Shatterdome was a fun kind of electro thing. Knife Party was huge, so I was trying to do more electro, and then I did the VIP. But yeah, there's some of that. That's probably a bit too much here, and I think the hats are too busy. I want the bass to be the carrying punch here. Oops. Want to go there? Uh-oh. Oh, don't be locking up on me now. Really? Really, dude? Playing this game? Come on, Bitwig. You're better than this. You're usually pretty... Okay. Doesn't play with the harmony, though. J-Bot, do you have any favorite Madness characters? You know, it's kind of funny. I think that franchise has so much going for it in just how little it has to present. Like, it's all style and lore. The substance is not really there. I love it to death. So it's like, do you have a favorite character? It's like, it's more like, do you have a favorite aesthetic? Or like, do you think Hank is cool, silent protagonist? Do you think Hank or Sanford and Demos are like a fun duo? I don't know. It's hard to say. I think if you're gonna take it in stride for like power creep, Sanford and Demos have the least egregious power creep in the whole series. Hank is like an unkillable, chaotic god. And then he's like chaotic neutral god. And then you've got Tricky, which is chaotic, chaotic evil. I don't know. And then you got evil. Like all those archetypes are so power creeped beyond what's like doable. Sanford and Demo seem like the most normal characters, which means when they do cool stuff, it's like, yeah, they did cool stuff. Whereas Hank does cool stuff. It's like, well, no kidding. He's now just like John Wick times a million. Like, what do you expect him to do? I I think that is a very unique challenge that Matt has to contend with all the time as a creator because he has to figure out how to push his series forward. That power creep is hard. He's got Akira Toriyama problems in the Nevada universe. So, okay, I think we got something here. Robo, quick question. Why does Vulture Need Feast not appear inside the NPN playlist? I thought I fixed that. I'll check after stream. That must have been an accident. That's an accident. If I've uploaded the video, then it's there. If I haven't uploaded the video, it's because I never got a render from Matt and I'm not gonna harass him for it now. But if I've uploaded it, it's not in the playlist. It's because I screwed up. So I'll fix it. Let's have ultra simple drums. It's a little too 4 on the floor for me. See. Probably have to go shuffly, but I'm gonna, you know what, it's gonna end up having to happen. I'm gonna have to listen to this a bunch in my own time, and I'm also gonna have to listen to a bunch of Black Sun Empire and Noisia to figure out what I want to do with the drums. So that definitely won't be featured heavily in the drop, but they'll definitely be featured heavily in the intro. I think we've got some fun stuff with like all these little elements. I've got 2 really solid respaces. Honestly, these don't need a lot to work. Actually, you know what I can do? One of my favorite tricks is to add a lot of volume with a gated delay. Adds a little bit of weight without actually compromising the spectrum. Well, thank you, Kronos. I appreciate that. Have Cheshire and I considered making a collab? No, not really. He's off doing his own thing, and I'm kind of busy with mine. I'm not opposed to it. I think we ended up wanting to do more collaborative work on the soundtrack, like when we were working on it. But he was dealing with just personal stuff, work, whatever, his personal life. So just he didn't have the time to do it then. And now I think it's a bit of the same, where it's just like it's hard. And I'll be honest, it's really hard for me to collaborate with anybody. It ends up being one of those things where like it's well-meaning, but I struggle waiting on other people to finish stuff. And yeah, I don't partner up with people too often. I have done it and I've had a lot of fun with some friends, but there's been times where I'd be kind of sitting around waiting for shit to get done and it just doesn't get done. Like, cool, I got to keep working on things. So, um and it's nobody's fault. It's like collabs are supposed to take time because people pass things back and forth and you know, you're messing around, but for me it just gets to be like I'm good. I'm not waiting. I got to keep working on my own thing. I got some pride with that too, you know. Have I considered remixing Calliope? Probably not. Only because I don't really have a good thought of where to take it. That's what it's a. Yeah, it's like around drum step tempo. Like I don't know if speeding it up would work very well, and keeping to the same tempo. I always find struggles. Like, okay, well, what's different here? Am I completely opposed to it? No. Am I super into it? Also, no. Aim sub 2. Take its inputs from Grease 2. Drop that. I really need to do that key tracking, don't I? Actually, better than that, I don't need to filter that. I can leave this unfiltered so it's nice and warbly. That's actually kind of nice. And then, because here, yeah, that peaks really high. I can tame that back down. Then here, I drop in sub 2. We make that manual. Hey, Cuppy with 2 supers in a day. Let's go. So you're now officially the first and second super chat. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. Try my hands at Terra for a bit. Yay! I inspired people to work on music in their free time. Let's go. Go make loud noises. I'm tired of all the fucking producers out there being myopic and into their weird stuff. I'm on the drum and bass Discord from Reddit a lot, and it's funny because and I don't begrudge people for liking more introspective, interesting music, but they always like meme on the fact that like, oh, Bad It Ends like a silly, jam tune. Why is it so popular? Or why is Sub Focus popular? Like they kind of they joke about it, and I joke about it too because some stuff's overplayed. but they also sometimes just don't. Nobody likes the fun doofy tear out stuff. The jump up, the like the fun neuro with like doofy melodies. Um, so yeah, it's just kind of funny where people get into they get too into their thing and then they kind of do the hipster thing. Oh, it's popular stuff sucks. It's like, dude, popular stuff can be fun. Like, just have fun. People mix trips so badly. Cuppy, yes. Trap mixed. Well, the trap mixed down by its nature is just a worse version of like drill hip hop and other hip hop subgenres, like trap belows. So it's mixed poorly on purpose, almost like funk, and it's but worse. Like at least funk's interesting. Um, no, it's drill beats. It's bad. Trap is bad drill beats. Go listen to drill beats. Those are better. Like that's at least what I can tell. All right, I think with that leaves off today pretty good. What do you say? Go for the extra 10 minutes, make it to 10. Because I'm gonna have to do research. I need to sit down and really listen to some neurofunk to get some good drums on this. Because this part's feeling nice. I feel like this is the start of a nice little neuro groove that's gonna work, right? Cuppy's trap, Cuppy modified. Trap to me is the shittier, just shittier hip hop. Yeah, yeah, it is. It always has been. I don't know why. It never had to be bad, but it was always. This will bring it down to like 4 or 5. I just like that. I think we can definitely do some effects work here to make it more interesting. Cuppy says 10 extra minutes. Okay. I'll keep going for 10 minutes. Probably have this. Oh, I need to make sure that the pitch glide matches. That is 281. This needs to be. Come on. Okay, that accidentally sounds really sick. That's not what I wanted it to do. It should be gliding. Oh, because I have it on the Legato. I think that works out. All right, before I fuck it up, let's save it. Actually, I'm going to start saving versions because I do want to start experimenting and I want to be able to roll back anytime that I totally shit the bed, which means I'll never do it. I'll never open up an old session. I'll have 10 versions and then the last one will just happen to be the version that I stick with. Let's see. Okay, that's still up. I have to check that my camera's in the right place because I can't use my hotkeys in KDE on on Wayland. For whatever reason, OBS doesn't support global hotkeys in Wayland. Okay. Why? I don't know. Can you make a workaround? I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. It's the only problem with Linux. Some shit does not just work. And it's not very clear why. So let's duplicate you. Quick. Let's get wonky with the wavetable. A little crispy. Oh, well, I already know what's going to happen here. We're just going to add a vibrato. Curve. It's curve, right? Yeah, curve. Believe that's pitch? That's going to be a lot. Oh, oops. Set curve. Let's go with, actually, let's go with hertz. This is honestly very mixed opinion. That mixed opinion I get on this, but does growl drops and dubstep need sub? Yeah, because what's going to end up happening, and this is something I don't know if you go out a lot or not, but in the club, particularly in bigger systems, you're going to have like these huge stacks, and when the sub is lacking, all you get is that like 90 to 100 hertz punch in the chest. You get none of that like room shaker stuff. The 808 bass that kind of kicks in through 40 hertz to 60 hertz, right? That's that big room shaker stuff. And when you're at a festival and it's like boom, the kick punches you in the chest, and then the sub sweeps in and then just shakes everything around you. And then you have all that nice texture with the growls on top. It's just one of those things. It's a nice to have, unless, caveat, you have really boomy drums. If your kick drum is carrying all the sub frequencies, then your bass doesn't need any. Then it's all mid bass, and it's from like 100 hertz to 1,000 hertz, or 1 kilohertz if you're cool. I like that. I wish. One thing I don't like about this is Faceplant does not Bitwig does not have a wavetable editor built into it. And that sucks because you want to be able to make changes to the wavetable to kind of suit your sonic needs. I don't think Faceplant's is very good. I like Faceplant a lot. I don't like their editor. I never use it. I think Serum's is really good, but it's also super complicated, and I still haven't bothered to learn how it works well. And it's a lot of technical information. I don't know what a lot of it does, and it's not clearly presented. There's not like an example page or a help page. One thing that Bitwig does that's amazing is any tool, I can go to the help section, and it will explain every single knob and what it does. And I think they've done a really good job on that, where it lets you learn piece by piece how the software functions, and each part of it is explained. they ever do a wavetable editor, I hope it's either really simple so that it's easy to understand, or it has a really good help section. But I don't want to wait that long because it doesn't seem like they're going to actually make one. So I might actually have to go. I might have to make one. That doesn't sound like fun. I don't need to learn more code. I don't need to learn C just to make a wavetable editor because nobody else will do it. It's not even like there's that much money in it. Yeah, exactly. Cuppy. It's like putting a first grader in a geometry class, the Serum wavetable editor. Yeah, because it's all very technical, program-oriented stuff. Steve Duda made that synth for himself and nobody else. And the thing is it does so many cool things if you know how, if you're Steve Duda. But if you're the rest of us, it's like, dude, I didn't do any of the programming that made me understand your interface. But also it's horseshit because he's a programmer first and artist third or fourth. He probably doesn't do art. The drawing tools are not fun to use. They're all really snappy. Whatever. I think there's a more intuitive way to do wavetable editing that nobody's done well yet. Phase plants is too simple. Vitals is just phase plants, but different. Come at me, bro. Ratio that comment. I don't care. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Wavetable editing sucks by itself because none of the tools do it like a art program. Anybody who's had to use an art program knows, like, hey, if I just draw something and then I do some filters on that curve, I can do really fun things with Bezier curves. At least this is getting close. Like, they have better drawing tools in Bitwig than the other ones. I don't know. Talking out my ass at this point. Oops. Oh no, we do not need that index that wobbly. Let's no, I've done a mistake. Oh, oh, oh no, oh no, stop. Why? No, there we go. Okay. All right, that'll be something to play with later. It's 10. I'm gonna go watch TV. Yeah, I think this will come together nice. Well, that sucks. We can get rid of that. That one's bad. Have I heard Cryan's music? I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yes, he's a cool dude. We've talked on there's a Discord channel for all the people that worked on Sin, and yeah, we chit chat from time. He's good people. Still can't get the hang of wavetables, so I just use presets for wavetables. The thing is a wavetable, all it is a sequence of waveforms. When you understand the core tenets, right here, before I go, I'll give you this. Give you this tidbit. So, and I'm just gonna pull up the basics, right? Oh, it's not gonna let me pull up zoom in. Okay. Well, you've got your square. Stop. Go back. So you got your basics. You got your sawtooth, square, your sine, and your triangle. And it's like you can know the harmonics because I think it's one's even, one's odd, and then one is like really simple. But if you'll get a sense for what the shapes sound like. All wavetables are just manipulations on those shapes. It's a more square version. It's going to give you the more squared, but introduced extra harmonics to it. And then that's going to give you noise or color or texture. And then when you sweep across them, it's a filter. So you filter across them, and then they get, well, it gives you that texture. That's where all growls have like kind of come from, is taking a respace, sampling it down, creating a wavetable from it, and then doing filtering on top of that, and then resampling and bringing it in. It's the same principles, it's just a different mechanism. Problem is like generating new ones. They've never given you good tools for generating new ones. You're not going to draw a good curve by hand because why would you? How are you going to know what harmonic frequencies are going to sound good if you introduce it on the nth harmonic in the series? It just doesn't make any sense. It's just not intuitive. There wouldn't be an intuitive way to do it. What you need is something that introduces noise, introduces color, like filters. You need like filters to filter the wave shape to create new wave shapes, and then blend. Make that an easy process. But yeah, thanks all for coming. I'm gonna try and be on. I'm gonna try to be around this weekend. I want to get this moving, but I need to get some research in tomorrow. So, gonna probably look up some Noisia stuff and get in the mindset. Probably gonna look up some Black Sun Empire, figure out what I want to do to layer up a good neurofunk tune. I think this will work good. And then having these elements pop in and out ever so slightly. That's gonna be the thing that ties it together. We got like a new idea. But yeah, thanks y'all for coming, and thank you, Cuppy. Big thumbs up for the super chats. You've officially been the first guy. I wasn't sure if anyone was gonna do it, to be honest. So I appreciate it, man. I will definitely enjoy a nice cup of Joe on that one. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I will see you guys on the flip side. Now to try and time it to where I close the stream as the stream catches up. Store chat. Let's go here.